I'm so beautiful. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Do I have a freaking story time for you? This is possibly one of the most insane in the membrane story times I'm about to tell on this channel. I was actually just driving randomly the other night and I remembered this happening. It just came back to me. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to tell this story time. Not just for like your entertainment, of course that too, but mostly just for awareness, so no one else ever ends up in this situation. So if you're watching and you're under 18, just please keep listening. But this story time is for everybody. Right now, I want you to pause this video, go and grab a snack or a drink or a zoo, anything you want. Come sit back down and press play because this is about to get juicy. I'm doing this for y'all entertainment and awareness. So without further ado, let's get straight into the story time. This is a story time about how my ex-boyfriend distributed child pornography of me. So this story begins when I was 17 years old and I was in a relationship with my first boyfriend. This, of course, is the same boyfriend that I mentioned in my losing my butt virginity story time. If you want to go check that out, feel free. When you're young and just discovering yourself sexually, your hormones are just all over the place, and mine were. I was horny all the time, and of course, as was he. So because we were each other's firsts, we were very sexually comfortable around each other. I was just on my phone scrolling through social media, and of course, like any young boy, he was playing video games. Now, I'll be honest, I was completely naked. I was that butt naked, like down to the crack naked, like I didn't even have socks on, naked. I was naked. Like I said, we were very sexually comfortable with each other. So I was laying face down on his bed and was literally just living my best life, scrolling through Snapchat or Instagram or whatever was cool at the time. And he had taken a break from his video game to come and hang out with me. He was like jiggling my butt around, like moving it around and shaking it and whatever, because he was obsessed with my booty. Every guy I've dated has been obsessed. It's like they've never seen a booty before in their life. I mean, it was my best feature after all, so I don't blame him. I was just so used to having my butt fondled and growled and whatever by him that it was honestly starting to become second nature to me. If he wasn't playing with my butt, something was wrong. As a joke, he pulls out his phone and begins filming himself jiggling my butt, jiggling my booty on Snapchat. Can I remind you, while I was booty butt crack naked? Let's call my ex-boyfriend Conrad for the sake of this story time. Now, Conrad was very goofy, annoying, not serious at all, kind of a rude guy. Always being silly in serious moments, and his type of affection was, you know, taking the piss out of me, calling me horrible names. Yeah, that kind of guy. The older I have gotten, the more I have realized that he was just a very sad, depressed, insecure person deep down inside, and the only way for him to feel good about himself was to put other people down. So me being his girlfriend, I was the main victim to his toxic mindset and toxic mentality, unfortunately. That was just a little bit of context about him. Back to the story time. So as I was saying, he whips out his camera, starts filming my butt and him jiggling my booty butt crack on Snapchat. And the thing is, I hadn't even realized that he was filming at the time because, like I said, I was away from him, so I couldn't see what was going on. I was just too busy looking at the new memes of the week. Once he was done, he then proceeded to show me the video. I wasn't really too fussed at first. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of just sat there admiring my butt because it actually did look really nice. Like the way he captured it in that angle was like, it was really nice. Like, it was good. Like I think we were both just sat there admiring it for a bit. Then I was like to him, okay, delete it now, just in case you accidentally post it by accident or something, or at least just save it and then delete it. Now, keep in mind, this was 2017, so Snapchat was still fairly new and it was not as advanced as it is now. So at the time, once you clicked post, it would post straight away. Like you can accidentally put your thumb over the post button, that shit's gone. That has been posted. But nowadays, once you click post, it will take you to a bunch of other options, like do you want to post this on your public story, do you want to post this on your private, do you want to post this on a different account, blah 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 blah. So nowadays you can't exactly make that mistake on Snapchat. So even though I told his toxic ass to delete it, he begins waving the phone around in my face like, oh, I'm gonna post it, oh, I'm gonna post it, like proper taking the piss out of me. Then he finally calms down and relaxes and he removes it. Well, so what I thought. And then naturally I calm down, go back to going through my phone, and then we go back to, you know, just goofing around with each other and talking to each other. I would say a couple of minutes have gone by, maybe even close to half an hour, when all of a sudden, Conrad's phone starts blowing up. Just completely blowing up with a bunch of notifications, but all via Snapchat. My heart literally drops to my butthole. I think I just knew subconsciously that something is wrong. My energy was off. I was just feeling like, oh no, something's not right. Especially as he never really got that many notifications in a day. So he opens up one of the chats and it's from a friend that he hadn't even spoken to in years. And he was saying something along the lines of, yes mate, get in there, whatever, you know, like how lads hype each other up and talk to each other. And then above that message, lo and behold, my naked booty being slapped up. I start screaming, I start freaking out. I even quickly rush to check my Snapchat, and of course, he posted the freaking video. I literally start yelling and cursing at him like, why would you do this to me? I thought you said you deleted it. How could you do this? Blah, 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 blah. And he's like, oh, I promise you I did. I definitely did. I definitely deleted it. I could have sworn I clicked delete. And to be honest with you, he was saying all of this, but his face and his energy seemed very unapologetic and not very remorseful. I kind of think deep down, he knew what he was doing. But like I mentioned earlier, he's just a very toxic person. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did that on purpose. So naturally, of course, I get him to delete the video, this time watching every single move he makes, watching that he actually deletes it with my own 2 eyes, and that was that. So I fucking thought, and now here is where it gets effed up. This is where you guys grab the popcorn and you're like please, like this is it. This is where it's like, oh my gosh, I did not think about this. The following week, we go to visit his mother who lived in Wales, and we went to visit her for the weekend. So we arrived and everything was going really well up until one night. Conrad's mum's wife asked to speak to him privately. Although it wasn't very private, considering they were literally talking by the door frame. So did you see where my door frame is there? They were literally talking right there and I was standing right here. So it wasn't a very private conversation, as I heard every single word, but you get the gist. She then proceeds to go off on his ass and saying how she's seen the Snapchat video of me, and I'm just sitting there in the corner cringing. I'm like, I don't even know if this old woman had Snapchat. I'm just kidding, old woman, she was like 40, like calm down, Chaz. She then starts explaining how serious this is and how serious him posting this was, especially, wait for it, because I was a minor and he was not. He was over 18. I was under 18. And so she started explaining how much his mother could get in trouble for this. Now you're probably thinking, what's his mum got to do with this? Like, why would she get in trouble for something that he's done? Well, his mother, Conrad's mother, had a rather important job. Quite a scary job. Yeah? Are we ready for it? Here comes the plot twist! She was a fed! Ah! 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 She was a fed! She was a fed! She was a fed! She was a popo! She's a popo! She was a fed, bro! She was a fed! She was a policiana! She was a policia! She was the popo police! That's right! Connor's mother was a police officer. Now let me put into context why this is very bad. So as a police officer, you take an oath. And in that oath, it includes not being able to protect your family and friends from crime. So this means if her family and friends were to do something illegal, she cannot protect them. And she has to arrest her son, mother, brother, whatever, just the exact same way and in the exact same procedure as she would any other person who she doesn't even know. So long story short, as a police officer, you have to treat everyone as one. You can't give special treatments to certain people because you know them or because you're related to them. No matter who you are, what you do, the law is the law. And that's something that police officers have to take an oath for. And so initially what Connor did to me was illegal because he posted explicit content on social media of a minor without my consent, which just makes it even worse. Even if he did have my consent, it's still illegal because I'm a minor. So even if I was like, yeah, post that shit in my booty hole, it's still illegal. He still cannot do that, especially because he was not a minor. And of course, the fact that he didn't get my consent was even worse. So if her workplace found out what her son did and and that she knew about the situation, she could potentially lose her position and or her license because she looked the other way, or because she didn't follow the normal procedure that you would for a person who's exploiting underage explicit content. And now that I've grown up a bit more, I'm starting to realize, now I know why she sent the wife in and not just speak to her own son herself. She sent her wife in instead. I think this might be because she didn't want to incriminate herself anymore, and of course it was technically her duty as a police officer to report this situation, because of course it's illegal, but of course she didn't because it's her own son, and that made the situation even more illegal because of course, like I said, she took an oath not to protect family, yet that's exactly what she's done. That in itself is a risk of losing your license. So yeah, that's why I think she sent the wife in and not her, so she didn't involve herself in the illegalness anymore. She was not trying to lose her job. Nothing after that really happened. He was just a lot more cautious. I was a lot more overprotective, watching whatever he posted, making sure anything that was posted of me was nice and covered up. But of course, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because the older I got, the more I started to realize, oh my gosh, this is actually a horrible situation I was in. It could have been a lot worse, because think about it. This video of me could have got into the wrong hands. It could have got into some 49-year-old predator's basement where he's rubbing one off, staring at my butt, and I'm only 17. Luckily, we realized when we did. Otherwise, if that was posted any longer, it could have easily got into the wrong hands. I don't know who he has on Snapchat. I don't know what kind of weirdos he has. That's why going back now and thinking about it, oh my gosh, this could have been a lot worse than it was. Especially now that I do a job like this where I'm on social media. The last thing I need is my 70-year-old booty butthole butt cheeks out on the dark web for all of you guys to find. No! Anyways, long story short, trust no bitch. And don't let anyone take explicit pictures of you. Even if you feel like you trust this person 110%, don't. Always think of your partner as if you met them yesterday. Be on that trust level as you are with your partner with a stranger. Always be vigilant. Always be aware, because you never know people nowadays. Anyways, I really hope you've enjoyed this story time. I actually had a really lovely time filming it, because not only was it a bit of a trip down memory lane, quite a traumatic one, but I love story times like this. They're just so entertaining, they're fun, they're fresh to watch and listen to. So I really hope you guys enjoyed listening as much as I did telling you guys about this story. Anyways, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye!